I guess these ironing videos are turning into like just little riffs, just little points of view from the Wild Rose Path. I read this post on Substack actually the other day, which summed it up far more eloquently than I ever can, particularly through speaking, but also through writing. So I will link to that in the description below if you are interested in reading that. But it was talking about this premise of, and this is now my point of view, where it's spirituality and particularly a lot of wellness stuff now as well, is really becoming performative in some ways. So I can kind of see both sides of the coin here, but my personal point of view is more in line with that Substack article. I can see that, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of us need to run a business or need to find a way of making money. And, you know, we all want to kind of follow our calling, be able to do our work in the world, and also be able to be sustained by that work. I don't think that's a improper thing to want. And of course, to do that nowadays, we need to get the word out there. We need to be visible. We need people to know we exist, particularly when we are running primarily online-based businesses as well. So there is a certain amount of dancing about we feel we have to do for like the algorithms. But at the same time, where is the line between being able to put our content out there, showcase ourselves, our work, what we do on, say, social media or the internet? Where's the line between that and maybe taking things that are more sacred and making them too performative? And this is definitely influencing the content I'm trying to produce, because, you know, I don't have the answers to this, but I think it influences my own content production in terms of like a lot of the work I am doing here is based in ritual. Ritual and devotion is a very, very important part of this work to me, but it's not something that I am trying to openly put out, say, on Instagram. When I did women's circles, sometimes I would post a picture of like the setup of the room before everybody came in. But I wouldn't post, for example, a picture of us all in the room in circle, because to me, that's too invasive. You know, that was really meant as a safe, sacred space. And I wouldn't want to put that on the internet, really. I don't think I've shared any pictures of my personal altar upstairs recently on Instagram. I did ages ago. But, you know, when my altar probably isn't very Instagram worthy, to be fair. For the first half of the year, when there was so much other stuff going on, it was visually a bit of a scrowl pit, to be fair. I've since been able to spend more time at it recently, which is good. I've really committed to just showing up in that space, even if I'm not doing an elaborate ritual. And as a result, I've been able to sort of move things about, a little bit of guidance, you know, maybe you should be putting that there or have something here. And I think it's looking better nowadays. It's more functional for me, and that's, you know, for me, it is about being more functional, being able to have it as a place where I can do what I need to do, which is commune with various different spirits, the gods, goddesses, ancestors, plant and earth spirits. That's where, for me, the real work is. So yeah, I'd be interested to know other people's views, really, because there is this element now of it becoming a little bit, the whole wellness thing becoming a little bit performative. It's, I took my Reiki in like 2009. I don't think there was so much going on then, like on social media, in terms of all of this. I did Reiki and crystal courses, and most people didn't have a bloody clue what they were. where's that line between making content to reach out to people, to ultimately help people awaken and discover the parts of themselves that maybe have lain dormant for a lot of their life, and where's the line between that and just really oversharing and making it too performative? And if you have done work yourself on, kind of stepping into that next level identity, stepping into that next frequency, it's uncomfortable because that's not who you currently are. That's not the frequency that you are currently vibrating at. And slowly you begin to find the keys, the codes to kind of unlock that and step into that. And it's an uncomfortable process. It certainly is for me. And yeah, I think to step into that role ethically, I have to be very conscious about what content I put out there, what I'm claiming to do or not do. My intention with this is not to then portray myself as some kind of energetic plant priestess who has all this shit together and can give you all the answers for £333. But to really say, my life is messy and real, but this path is actually really changing it. And I think the more it fills my cup and my cup overflows, then I have that ability to really share that overflow with other people and help them along the same path. So in summation, I feel spirituality, we need to really, again, that's why the earth connection is really important, because it keeps us grounded. It keeps, I can get the spiritual downloads and things and whatnot, and it's then really important to be able to ground that down into the reality we're living in as humans right now, and not to just go around wafting spirituality into this kind of idealized guru state, because we're seeing that in real time right now, where even people who have been sort of placed in that spiritual guru kind of level are being knocked from the pedestal. And I think that's a good thing, because I think more and more that happens and people are realizing, I'm a everyday person with my life and 3 kids and busy career and whatnot, but I can still connect into that spirituality, connect into that ancient wisdom. The old ways are coming back so strongly now, and that is a good thing. We just have to be careful that we don't kind of take them and sanitize them a little bit and commodify them so much. Whilst at the same time, I do realise it is important that we need to make a living financially. Yeah, what do you reckon? Let me know in the comments, because I'd love to know what other people think. But yeah, I'm maybe a bit tired of seeing certain kind of posts on Instagram. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you soon for another ramble video.